How to save your first 100k from nothing. Property, investing and budgeting. Let's get into it. All right guys, let's talk about hitting that first milestone, that 100k. And before you say it, Sabrina, guys, you are right. 100k means nothing. It's not about that. I'll talk more about why later on in the video. Let's get into it, guys. Guys, so I literally started doing all of this property investing about 3 years ago. So I know how hard it is to start out, and this is the reason why I'm making this video as well. I literally started from nothing and I used all the tips that I'm going to show you. I implemented that into what I was doing, and this is how I've got to where I am today. And guys, I'll let you into a little secret as well. Most of that money is all tied up in property. It's not exactly in my bank account, but yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, so I can forget about that trip to the Maldives. Right guys, so in order to save anything, what we need to do is make sure that our financial foundations are sound and safe in the first place. And again, guys, I have a financial plan. There's a link to that in the description box below. And this is something that I'm really, really passionate about. We don't learn enough about how to manage our finances in school. We kind of are left to our own devices and just chucked in the deep end and just waved on and hope for the best, basically. So guys, first things first, we need to make sure that our financial house is in order before. So if we've got a lot of crippling debt with high interest rates, we need to have a plan to tackle that and pay that off before we begin to think about saving, investing and so on. Once we've then done that and we've sorted out all of our debt, then we need to think about building an emergency fund just in case the worst should happen. We want to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of money that is put aside in an emergency fund in maybe an ISA or a high interest account that we cannot get to only if an emergency happens. And I'm not talking about I need a new pair of shoes or this has happened. I'm on about an actual real life emergency. Something's gone wrong with your car. You need to, heaven forbid, you lose your job and you've got that money there so that you know that things can keep going for the next 3 to 6 months. And I'm guilty of this myself. I literally had no idea on my finances, and as soon as the money would come in, it would just slip through my fingers and go back out again. And yes, I spent it on those shoes. And as well, budgeting like a pro. And budgeting, don't think of it as this really mundane task, but really boring task. Budgeting is all about knowing exactly where your pennies and pence are going. It's really worthwhile knowing this, so you know what you're spending things on, when things are coming out. That's an important thing as well. It's knowing when certain direct debits are coming out so that you are prepared that the money is there and it's not going to be touched, so that you've got that delayed gratification and your money is there and you've paid off all of your bills. Now guys, there is a link in the description box and it is to a financial plan, and it covers things like this as well for you. There's a debt plan in there if you have got debt that you're trying to tackle. There's also on that financial plan as well, we've also got a budgeting for you, and I've also done it so that you can see your monthly incomings and outgoings, and also you can work things out daily as well. Again, it's worthwhile knowing when things are coming out, when your direct debits are coming out. If you don't know any of this, things could be coming in and out of your account. You could get bouncing direct debits, which will bounce back in and back out again, and then your bank will charge you, it just adds up to this spiral, and it's something that you'll find it hard to get out of unless you look at things and break it. You might have to break it down day by day. If not, there's a monthly one in there as well. So if you want that is completely for free. And again, this is something that I'm really, really passionate about. The link's in the description box below. And then once we've sorted all of those out, so you're literally as strong as anything, you have your debts all sorted and you've also got your separate emergency fund there, then you can start to maybe build up some investment pots as well on the side. And this is where all the fun happens. And if you do start investing in something like a stocks and shares ISA, then over the long run, you can start to benefit from that compound interest. Again, I'm not an expert in this, so if you do need some advice, please speak to a financial advisor on this, and also do your own research. And if you do need to talk to a financial advisor, you can always use Unbiased. It's like a matchmaking app for your finances, so they will literally put you in touch with whatever you need. If you need to speak to a financial advisor, they will put you in touch with a nice financial advisor for you to work with. You can get your first consultation for free, and the link in the description box below. And yes, I do make a small commission return of everyone who signs up, so thank you. So do your research on this. There are loads of gurus who know a lot more about investing in stocks and shares and things like this on YouTube, and they can give you a lot more advice on that as well. But for example, the way I look at it is, if I do put my money and save and put that into either the stocks and shares ISA and also build up my pension pot as well with someone like either Vanguard or Invest Engine, apps like that, or even Trading 212. So then in my mind, not only am I saving and it's away, it's safe, and I'm not thinking about it, I'm also benefiting from any investment returns that I might get on there as well. Obviously you can also lose as well, but you can also make as well, because with this it is almost like our property investing. It is for the long game is what we're playing. So over time, even though there's highs, lows, dips, whatever, over the whole idea is that over the long term, hopefully, fingers crossed, should come on top. But as I said, yeah, please do your research on this and look into it further. So the next step as well is that you can actually build and save up some sort of deposit or something using some of these schemes as well, and then you can use that to invest in property, which is what I love, and that is what I really am passionate about. And that's here, and I've documented my own property journey here on my channel. So if you are liking stuff like this so far, then please like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this from me. So yeah, I love property and I'm using that as a main chunk of my investment is in property. I'm diversifying that at the minute by adding with some of these other investment funds as well, but I'm hoping to build most of my wealth and generational wealth that I can pass on to my children through property. The cons of this is that obviously it's not liquid cash. I can't just take the money out right now and then just go on a massive shopping spree or go on a load of holidays. That's a good thing for me because I just don't want the temptation to spend. So the best way to save if you are here in the UK is to put your money into an ISA, whether it's a stocks and shares ISA, cash ISA or a lifetime ISA. That is one of the best ways for savings, to put your money into that. And what I've been doing is using the stocks and shares ISAs, so then I can invest in things like Vanguard, index funds, ETFs, and even single stocks and shares and things like that. And then the idea is then to let compound interest do its thing and just compound and compound for me. And obviously you've got all the tax benefits as well. So at the current time of filming this video, having that £20,000 cash allowance that you can spread out over your various ISAs. And again, there are loads of videos on this on YouTube that you can look into from experts that go into more detail and that can explain in more detail than I can. But yeah, you can literally, the tax benefits from it are really great, brilliant, unless the government changed anything. But yeah guys, going back, my first point, as I said before, that 100k, that is just a figure. That is not the most important thing here. The most important thing is building up those habits. This is something that we're literally not taught about this in schools. It's building that habit of saving and what goes into that habit of saving as well. And again, I've got videos on this, on the tips and things that I used to help me save and put money aside. But the main thing, it's not about hitting that 100k. It's about building those habits and setting yourself up for really great financial success. And as I've said, it's something that I'm really passionate about. It's really important to have that financial stability. You just feel confident. And guys, watch this video next so to help you save for your retirement. Thanks. Bye.